Yo.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Yo. Whoa. Yeah.
Welcome to another Saturday Wake and Bake Sesh with Micannacast. I'm CannaDave.
And I'm Groovee. Hey, you got it, man.
I did.
I took them 300,
I don't
300 times of doing
Actually,
it.
the funny thing is I don't think I've done it right since we started the new year. So it's been at least like 10 in a row.
Hi, this is Micannacast. We're just going to start talking. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on, everybody?
But yeah, welcome to a Wake and Bake. Today's topic, we got a couple things we're going to be talking about.
Oh, yeah.
News.
I got to get the rig ready.
Yeah, you get the rig ready. I will talk about what we're going to be talking about. So we got the NFL. The National Football League is donating $1 million
Foosball.
For cannabinoid pain management study, which I think is huge.
That is cool, man.
Starting to see pro sports. We've already had a couple of them that aren't even testing, but now to be looking into it, which is great because you're not going to be taking all the pharmaceuticals that they're provided. So we're going to talk about that. That's pretty new. And then also we're going to talk about traveling with cannabis.
Yeah, that's the big topic. And then
In
like,
the state, in your state, and then also
Yeah.
out of state. The do's and don'ts of traveling with cannabis we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
What up, Dave? Good morning.
Let us know what you're smoking, dabbing on, please, as always, in the comments. Today what are we smoking on? Bangarang? We're doing some citrus stuff. Yep. Oh, didn't realize the angle with Instagram was all messed up. Yeah. Kilo, enough. Yeah, I'm about to dab up some platinum truffles for us in here real quick.
All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. I'm not getting any in the comments. What's up, Dave? How's it going, fam? All right, what do y'all smoke it on?
All right, yeah, let me get the Bangarang up. Yeah, so I'm going to be smoking some Bangarang. I figure first we could talk about, do you want to go with the traveling or the NFL first?
We just started. I was just like smoking still.
All right, yeah, true. Let me spark up the Bangarang. Let me get a little lit right now. I just had coffee this morning. That's about it. Didn't even finish my coffee. It's been a cold start to the week, or to the weekend.
True.
To be honest, yesterday was freezing. Today's really cold.
In the snowstorm.
And the snow again.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean,
again.
at first it was like, I'm like, oh, it's not over. Everyone stop, because after the first night, everyone's like, oh, that was nothing. And then it was just like, it really wasn't a lot. It really wasn't much.
Well, compared to what they were predicting, the 12 to 15 to 18 inches, it was definitely not a lot. But still, 7 inches, 6 inches of snow, it's a decent amount. We still haven't had, I mean, it's not where it's like we haven't experienced it before. It wasn't one of our top 10 storms or the one we had in 17 or 16 it was, which was like 16 and a half inches. That was insane. I mean, this wasn't too bad. But we'll give a shout out real quick to one of my neighbors. I don't even know who you are, but no, he literally took his
Shout out to my neighbor. I don't know.
He took his snowblower, dude, and went around my entire cul-de-sac, dude.
Yeah.
Not once.
But twice. He did.
Not twice. 3 times he went.
I went out. You know what's funny is I
like,
went out and
awesome.
did my one neighbor's, but like I have the corner house, so it's like already really long. But I always do the corner. But that's pretty nice of them to do that for you.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he just moved in. because we've had a lot of new neighbors moving in the area, and I
right.
don't know if that's one of them because that's never happened. So to have that, I was like, oh, that's what's up.
See, I've done my neighbors a couple of times, but then it's like it's not always reciprocated. So I'm like, especially on those long days after work, I feel it. So that's really nice of them, man.
No, like I've done my
Dave's
neighbor's
Cobb
sidewalk.
smoking on some Northern Lights.
Ooh.
That's a throwback. I love it.
Northern Lights, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, I'm about to dab some platinum truffle. It's a little more solid.
Morning, Jason. What's going on, man?
Bada boom, bada bing.
And what's up, Judge Strains? What's up, Carmen? What's up, Penny Hearts on IG?
Yo. Everyone get over to YouTube because YouTube seems to be our best area for chat. The Facebook algorithms have been crazy lately, but we appreciate you. But if you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, please check us out on YouTube. You can see it in my story. Get the link real quick on Groovees, or just type in Micannacast to YouTube. But we're just trying to get the combo to one spot. But otherwise, we'll be just doing what we normally do and passing the combo along. But Facebook and Instagram have been fighting us lately.
Yeah, usually that's what happens. I don't know.
Social media changes every day.
I've given up.
100%. Oh, T-Duh, what up, dude?
Because your boy's just like, I can't do this anymore. It's always something with social media. But what are we about to dab?
Almost nothing. Just give me a second.
Nice,
I almost dropped it all, so just chill.
Nice. So we are going to dab nothing this morning. No, I'm just kidding.
Some platinum truffles.
Platinum truffles. That's what you said.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like truffle. There's a truffles cut of Gorilla Butter, and that's what this is. It's like platinum.
Gorilla Butter? By Fresh
No,
Cuts?
it's like platinum Kush crossed with Gorilla Butter, the truffles cut. So I'm assuming truffles cut is a specific cut of the Gorilla Butter. So that's where I'm at. Grape cream cake from 5 Star. I haven't seen that one. I'm surprised I haven't seen that one. I usually, this is True North too.
No shit. Yeah, so I say we first jump into traveling with cannabis, man.
Go ahead.
So, do you want to start in the state or do you want to go outside the states, like travel to other states? So obviously in the state of Michigan, it's pretty easy to travel with cannabis. You literally throw it in your trunk.
Well, most legal states.
Yeah, most legal. I don't know how it is in all other states though. Like I'm saying,
That's true.
in Michigan
That's
alone.
True. Yep, go ahead.
In Michigan alone, all you gotta do is throw it in your trunk. You're pretty much good. As medical, we always were told, lock it up in a trunk or lock it up in a lockbox. That's in the trunk. That's locked. And then that's like the double where they can't get in because they would have to need a search warrant. So if you're in Michigan, I would always just travel like that. If you plan on traveling with your dabs, your cannabis or edibles, RSO oil, anything like that.
For me, even papers or like rigs, anything, like I lock it up and in the trunk. Because like I know that might be difficult with like SUVs and stuff, but like the more layers of security you put between you and that, the less likely, they're able to just search it unless you give them permission. So just first off, don't just say okay, but like the thing is, like if it's a legal state like Michigan, like CannaDave was saying, like as long as you lock your stuff up correctly, oh shit, there goes my camera.
You should be good.
Theoretically,
Yeah. But the tricky thing is when you're traveling from, say, Michigan to Cali or Michigan to Colorado to a legal state, right?
Right.
I'm just using Michigan because that's where we're based out of.
Right. Yeah.
It's still federally illegal to travel with cannabis. Like it's not. You shouldn't do it, even if you're going to a legal state. Yeah, they're probably not. They might not be looking for it. You might be good, but like. If you're going to a legal state, why don't you just go try their product, in my opinion? It's not worth, to me, it's not worth, but this is me. This is in my opinion. It's not worth traveling with it if there's potential of getting in trouble. Because for me, I've already been through stuff, and I just don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've seen people travel with edibles. It doesn't smell. It's in its container. It's locked up. It's good. As long as it's
right.
You can't put in your suitcase. So everything that I've been told has to be in your carry-on. Right.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is Pop Brothers at Law posted something recently, and they talk about flying with cannabis is still illegal.
Yep.
And like, I don't even know why. Like you said, I don't even know why people would risk it. Like it's like those people we ran into on the strip that were like, honestly, their weed probably wasn't even that good, and they were like, oh, we just flew with our own because we didn't want to spend the extra money. And I get that, but like, I can't believe you're risking like prison over saving yourself like $100, $200.
It sucks though when you're flying to a state that's not medical or not legal, which is rare now because I think there's 37 states now in the U.S. that either have medical or adult use, right? So there's only a few that aren't, 13.
Right.
So if you're traveling to those states, I use it as medicine. I would like to be able to have it with me on vacation. What if you're there for a week and you can't?
I get it. When I went to Phoenix last time, I had nothing.
Well, they can only accept out of state cards, do they?
I had nothing. Like, thankfully, I found
that's what's crazy.
A friend down there that hooked me up, but I didn't get, like, I literally only smoked, like, one joint, like, the last day I was there. Like, you know, but it happens. Like, so, and, you know, we just got a comment, T-Dub, on YouTube saying, you know, I'd be scared to travel with cannabis. Like, hell yeah, out of the state, dude, because once you get out of the state, everything changes. Because even now in Ohio, you got medical cannabis, but check this out, right? Laws are different. Companies aren't all the same. So even if you get pulled over in Ohio and they search you and you get it, like, you know, granted, the cop's not going to know, is it Ohio brand or not? But if they took it to court, like, they'd be like, this is clearly not a Ohio brand. So I think every time you travel out of state, like, you're really putting yourself at, like, a risk. And I guess, like, it's just like how people used to travel with it. You know, I mean, back in the day, I used to travel with it. I lived in Chicago. Like, I smoked weed. Like, I
know. You drove out there one time.
You know what I mean? Like, it happened.
But also, yeah, that was like when we were traveling to Michigan, though.
That was like a decade ago, which shit was wild.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, times continue changing.
Nowadays, like you said, yeah, if I just went to Illinois, I just buy weed from Illinois.
Yeah, it's adult use.
I actually like it better now because, like you said, you can try different stuff. Yes, is it more expensive? Yes. Does the taxes suck? Yes. Like, when I went to Cali and I get hit with that 20-some% taxes, I died a little bit. But like you said, it's kind of the experience, and you get to know what the consumer is used to there.
Yeah, I got to try the Last Prisoner project, bought out when I went out to Cali, which was all right. It wasn't bad. It was on a lower price, but all the donations or some of the money goes to the project.
But you know, that's my thing though. Like,
and I thought that was cool being able to try the different products,
especially for us on the podcast. Like, we should know how everyone in each state has to consume cannabis, like how it's different. You know what I mean? Because like I enjoyed it. Like, 'cause I went to Cali, and then now when we have Cali comments in our sound, I'm like, damn. I feel you on that tax paying, because I went there and I was like, yeah, that does suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice to kind of go to understand what each user has to understand. So, I don't know. To where we're at nowadays, like, with, like, legality, I'm more curious, because every time I go to another state, I want to see if, the laws suck. Are they better? Are they worse than Michigan? Because, honestly, everywhere I've gone, I like Michigan's.
Yeah, I think Michigan's got some of the best bud out, to be honest with you.
And legislation.
We love cannabis. We're a lot of connoisseurs out here. In the Michigan market, I'd say. I love what Paul said.
Good morning, Andy. Andy P.
What's up, Andy?
Probably just doing straight hash pucks.
And what up, Andy?
Another Andy. Oh, we got two Andys in the comments. Oh God, if his son pops on, it's Andy 3.
It's Andy Cubes.
There we go.
Andy Cubed.
Yeah, I was like, hold on. The dab hit me. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Would be squared if just right now it's squared, but Paul mentioned he goes, I wouldn't dare carry flower into the Detroit metro. Not sure if they would care, but I wouldn't want to find out. And that's where I'm at. I wouldn't want to find out. Like, nah, man, I'm cool. Well,
because that's the thing. Like, it's just like when you read articles. I mean, granted, it's not as dark, but like that thing where he was in Dubai and he like got hurt and then he had THC. It's like I'm not trying to go to Ohio and then have like I'll be like, oh no, I have it locked up. Be like, oh, we don't give a shit down here. If you don't have a medical card, it's the same thing. Like, you don't want to be just caught between like the deer and the headlights, man.
No, I wouldn't want to. I'd pass on it.
And here in Michigan, like I feel like if you're pushing the cop or if you have other suspicions, like it's nowadays weed is getting lower on that scale of like importance in Michigan.
Yeah, did you actually see that we actually might have on the ballot this November mushrooms? Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I was like, what? No shit.
I mean, Ann Arbor's, I told you, Ann Arbor was always first, ahead of Michigan. Yeah, but I told you.
It was only 1 year, though, and now you got the whole state going up. I was like, all right, let's go.
Let's go. Go ethogenics, go holistics. That's awesome.
I mean, that'd be huge, man.
Andy's dabbing that pineapple feels live resin. Nice. Ooh. I did some OG before I passed out. Much appreciate.
Pineapple fields.
Yeah, and again, that reminds me. Next Friday, we're doing the laser tag thing, so please reach out. We've got some spots left, but they're starting. We got them. We're starting to fill them up. So, all right, Please reach out. Sorry, when he said putting out the petrol, I'm like just remembering all the other stuff. Oh, and we actually got a comment saying, "Don't buy flour in Florida. Delta 8 is horrible and smells like a barn."
When I was in Florida, I mean, yeah, that's where we was able to get bud.
Did you have to travel like an hour and a half for regs or something?
Oh God, it was like 3. We went
3 hours each way.
It felt like it was at least 2 hours. We had the
each way.
We had the vape. I don't know. We had the vape cart.
He's like,
but
so you found a vape cart down there tight.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Where we were at, we had a vape cart.
Yep.
But I needed flour personally. So we had to pick up flour.
This is pretty good, man.
Yeah, dude, it took forever. And dude, speaking of that, that was like the first.
That's probably like that's how we used to get bud back in the day. Like it was such a journey.
That was like the first time that I had to travel for bud longer than like 15 minutes and forever.
It doesn't make you feel spoiled a little bit.
It does make me feel spoiled because like
I love it here in Michigan. That's like whenever I go somewhere out, like that's what I said. When I went to Phoenix that first time, I was like, damn, that's right. There's tons of weed around me everywhere, and I can't get any. They're like, you could probably call a delivery service, and one of them might do it. I'm like, yeah, I could be a cop. Like I'm cool. Right. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some weed.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm here at work. I'm just trying to get some weed.
Yeah, dude. End of my day. Everyone's drinking. I just want to do.
That's
legal.
It, man. That's it. That's it.
It's legal-ish. God.
But when you don't have weed though, and you get whatever you get, you are happy. So you'll take it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true. And honestly, when you're traveling, I mean, that's the thing. If you're going out of state, my rule is pretty much like you're at your own risk. It's just like how it used to be. You know what I mean? Nothing's changed. Like
don't smoke weed on the strip.
No. That's funny. No, I mean like when you're flying with it, or when you're on a train, or when you're a bus. I'm saying that the same risks always apply, right? If you were cool with flying with it back in the day, and you think you're good, you're putting the same risk. Like it's the same risk as like another like a real narcotic, like heroin or cocaine. In my opinion, like when that's whenever you're doing that. But when you're in state, it really like I think you're good to go. But I would always recommend locking it up. They say if it's in your trunk, you're good. But I still lock it up in my trunk. That's just my own paranoia from like no thank you.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I do too.
So,
but I also think that is because when we were medical patients though here,
right,
lock it up in the trunk.
That's
lock
what
it
I
up,
mean.
and that's what we just always did. Like so, and that's what I'd go with it as well too. Ooh, bringing out some Banana Mac.
Who's got? Oh, Andy, nice Banana Mac.
Okay.
What is that crossed of? Like some type? I don't even know what that is.
I'm guessing Mac and some type of maybe Banana Kush, Banana OG.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Shit. What was I gonna say? Yeah. The thing is, to me, man, it's at your own risk, dude. Like, I honestly think there's safer ways to travel with cannabis when there isn't. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like you put yourself at your own risk. But like, and here in Michigan, if you lock it up into your trunk, and you're not like blowing a blunt in the officer's face, I think you'll be all right. So.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you.
You know what I mean?
But that's the best part about being in legal state.
Yeah, it's true. So hey, what was this stuff about the NFL thing you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought it was unique that the NFL is donating $1 million to a cannabinoid pain management study, which is good because a lot of NFL players, from the hits, the practice, the years, you're taking tons of pharmaceuticals. You're probably getting shot up with all different types of pains, and you should have the option to be able to use cannabis, be able to smoke it. Maybe you want to topically, you should be able to use it topically because it shouldn't show up on a drug test. But like smoke, concentrates, RSO, anything to help take away the pain instead of being prescribed, the pharmaceuticals. Because they'll just probably write you Vicodin, whatever you need.
I hate to say it, but those doctors have motivation to...
I mean, NFL's a money.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Come on, dude. There's a lot of motivation around those doctors making those players play. But also, like, I mean, I feel like a lot of those... I'm not saying those doctors are shifty. I'm just saying, like...
And I think...
If it's just for pain, they'll write them whatever they feel is necessary. I think if, like... I don't know. You ever feel like those doctors are underneath, like, more scrutiny? Because sometimes when I think about those doctors, like, my instinct is, like, there's a lot of temptation, but also there's also probably a lot of eyes on you. You know, so like I was starting to say like things like, oh, I bet you they like gotta, you know, there's money motivation, but like now I'm thinking about it, there might be a lot of risk too, which you might already have a good salary. So I don't know.
That makes sense. It'd be fishy, but like in the article, they mentioned the primary aim of this clinical trial is to assess the therapeutic efficiency of adverse effects of delta-9 THC, cannabidiol, your CBD, and combined THC and CBD compared to placebo for relief of post-competition soft tissue injury pain in elite athletes. So elite athletes will vaporize the treatments following game-related injuries, and their outcomes will be monitored via a remote phone app. I'm curious how this is going to work, because this is just more, I think this is going to bring more good news to cannabis. I think it's going to show great pain relief. It's going to be able to help right away. 100%. And dude, pharmaceuticals, popping all those pills after a long time is not good for the body long term. Like, and if you're vaporizing the cannabis, that's the best way to inhale the cannabis.
That's better. Straight bags.
Yeah, that's better than smoking the joint. That's better than doing.
It is. I just don't feel like the terpenes are the same. I understand it's the most healthy.
I agree.
And especially as a professional athlete, I can see why. If you were like specifically using it for medicinal purposes and still training as an athlete, I could see why vaping would be the primary use. But I could also see a lot of players, like, at the end of the day, like, smoking a joint and calming down. Because, I mean, let's be real. I bet you some of them smoke cigars and cigarettes and drink. Like, I know they all do these things. They're still humans, you know? So
I just think that if once the NFL starts doing this and they're just completely off the testing, you're going to see all the other major sports. I know one of them I'm blanking on. I think it's the NHL. It doesn't really test for cannabis.
Really?
And the NBA is not testing this year for it again. I know that. So
that's pretty cool.
Seeing all these major sports go that way, you're starting to see, and like we were saying, Amazon's lobbying for it. You have more the major sports are not looking at cannabis as such punishment where you'll be suspended for a year for multiple tests. Like, cannabis hasn't ruined like all careers, you know? It's just...
No, that's true. I mean,
it has, because if you've tested positive, you've been suspended, so it's ruined those careers. But like, it's not like it's that. Cannabis isn't bad compared to other. I mean,
you should be able to have the option to use it. I don't know a lot about football, right? But when you talk about cannabis and you talk about football, the only things I can ever do is the story you told me about Ricky Williams. Like, didn't he get like kicked out or get in trouble?
He just pretty much quit for cannabis.
Right, for cannabis, right. But that's what I'm saying. He went through hell and back. But like, now look at.
He was a great running back.
No, I know, but now look at the NFL. NFL. Now look at the NFL. They're switching their boat now that it's like,
There was a receiver, Josh Gordon, who tested positive multiple times, just kept smoking, and he got suspended, and his whole career is pretty much done. I mean, he was on the Chiefs, but the Chiefs didn't even start him in the playoffs.
And see, this is exactly what I said. I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a little tangent, but Dave, exactly, dude, I'm with you. This is exactly what I told CannaDave when he got here earlier. He said NFL and Amazon, that's a start. Exactly, because when you start getting ththese companies with so much money and so much lobby, they have so much influence, right? Because when a company that has employees, I'm going to say the upwards of hundreds of thousands of people, Amazon at least, I don't know, probably indirectly millions because of all the people that have to drive for them and all these things. And
third party,
right? It's insane. When you can affect that much change, and like they're like, hey, we can't hire like we know how it works, you know. So, and the thing with the NFL, there's a lot of people that probably weren't pro cannabis. Then all of a sudden, now their favorite football player is going to be using cannabis. They're going to be like, well, you know, people might start. This is that beginning of normalization, man.
More normalized.
Yeah, and granted, I understand some people don't like that term, but it has to be normalized in that sense of it has to be less scrutiny against it, just because for what it is, before you even know what it is, you know. I'm with you, Dave.
Well, especially if these athletes are using it and then they're saying the results and they're liking it, more and more people are going to be talking about it. Like you just said, it's going to spread inside the team facilities, and the facilities are going to be like, all right, well, maybe this is something we should do, and they're going to pretty much lobby to be able to just not allow testing on that. Like, you should be worried about steroids and other things like that. Cannabis should not even be worried about. It's not even, and it even goes back to the Olympics. They still can't test that the runner.
If it's legal in your home country, I don't understand that. I don't even want to get in that. That's insane.
Like, just in general, needs to continue happening like this. Because if the NFL does do it, and then like T-Dub said, the UFC doesn't test for cannabis, more and more sports continue not testing for cannabis. Hopefully the trickle-down effect hits other places as well.
Because, I mean, honestly, and first off, you think Joe Rogan would support the UFC if they say no? I'm just waiting. But no, just in general, like, what's the point? What does it do? If anything, cannabis is slowing you down. And in sports, that's not exactly what you want. And that's what kind of shows the point of all that, like, propaganda shit is just bullshit, you know? And I do want to put this up. Andy had a great comment talking about Darren McCarty from the Red Wings, said that multiple times that cannabis got him off alcohol dependency. He picked up playing hockey and helped physical pain, helped with depression, anxiety. Absolutely. And shout out Darren McCarty and his whole brand. Just because like I like the CBD idea going towards CBN, CBG. And shout out because when me and CannaDave met him, he gave us a dab. So what did he give? Wasn't it a dab or we had CBG or some type of pen or something? He's like, yo, you got to hit this pen.
Yeah.
What was it? CBN, CBG? What was that? It's CBG, right? Was it a dab? It was like a vape
CBG
thing.
because he didn't want to give us CBN because CBN would knock us out. I believe,
yeah, dude. Right? Dude was about to go in a meeting. He's like, hold on to the whole meeting, and he gives us some dabs. And then he went to the meeting. We're like, well, that was G. Like, I was like, yeah, no, that was the dude. Darren McCarty was probably one of the most like cool, down to earth. Like, so when he says cannabis saved his life, I believe it. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem like he's got room for bullshit. Really. You know, I'm not a huge like sports radio guy, but like I like Darren McCarty. Like he's a cool dude. Thanks for that dab. It's a cool experience. Remember CannaDave was shitting his pants. Like he's like, oh, there's Darren McCarty. I'm like, oh, I know. I used to watch him play hockey. Like when I played hockey, my little Hasek jersey on. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways,
throwback.
Yeah. So anyways, and my son played semi-pro football. If it wasn't for cannabis, he would have never played as long as he did. I think he was 32 when he quit. I was the team caregiver. Well, dude, and honestly, think about how much pain those bodies get put through, man. I never played football, so I don't know. Yeah. But it looks like painful. Yeah. When a 300-pound dude just like, boof, boof, every day, over and over. We're practicing.
Yeah.
Those are still concussions. Like... Or your body's still hurting, you know what I mean? True, that's still a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain management needed. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. That's pretty cool. About your son playing semi-pro.
Yeah, that's legit.
It's pretty far. I just think there's so many reasons why smoking cannabis makes sense with sports, especially because I mean, isn't it healthier? In my opinion, this is better than if they were smoking cigarettes. You know. Cigars is arguable because you don't really inhale them. It's still not good for your mouth, but it's like it could arguably be better for sports because you know what I mean. It's not really affecting your lungs, but yeah, I don't know.
Cincinnati's quarterback smokes cigars. Joe Burrow. Yeah, I love it. So great. Super Bowl's next Sunday. Speaking of the NFL, I'm excited for that.
Is it?
Yeah. 13th.
Right on.
Yeah, it's right after our laser tag event on that weekend.
Well, we're going. That's Friday.
That's Friday.
Yeah, actually, let me pull that up for everyone real quick. So we haven't talked about it. Next Friday, we are doing an event at MI Combat. Here's the website. Boom. It's like adult laser tag. It kind of looks like I don't know, some type of like a semi-automatic rifle.
It's like
Warzone. You hold, but it's just like a laser.
The video game.
It's fun though. It's a lot of fun. There's actually like mock buildings with like 2 stories on a couple. Granted, they're like small. It's like all in a warehouse type of building. So it's like when I say a building in a building, you gotta picture it. But it's still really fun. And there's like all a bunch of in there. So like little cars set up and tree like little. It's like a little town that you're in, and you're just running. You're not supposed to run. That's what I gotta remember. So if I ended up cheating, sorry. But yeah, so come play laser tag with us. We got 420 friendly giveaways. That's gonna have multiple brands from the in the industry. Some that have, I think, they're just hitting the market this month.
Actually posted a couple on our socials.
Yeah, we posted about the terpenes. We got True Terpenes. If you listened to last week's episode, we got some products that haven't hit the shelves yet called Jay's.
Right here.
Pre-rolls that actually look like packs of cigarettes, sort of. So like this is like I was talking about beginning normalization, but there's a quarter in there, and there's 10 pre-rolls already packed up, and we're gonna have a bunch of these in the giveaway.
What strain's that right there?
That's Mac 1.
Nice.
That's Mac 1. There's GMO And there is
Tropicana
cookies. Thank you. I blanked. I was like, there's one more.
I was like, letting you go. I was like, all right.
Yeah. So honestly, like, very cool. We got some giveaway. I can't announce the next two because we haven't got them in hand, but we're actually picking up some stuff today, hopefully. So it's playing. I never guarantee anything till it happens. So we're getting some more. So these baskets are gonna be really sweet. We hope you come play. If you want details, reach out. But it's $40. It'll get you some raffle tickets to get started.
90 minutes of gameplay.
90 minutes gameplay,
pizza,
and then an hour
food.
after we're renting a private room so we can all kind of hang out, do the raffling, and chit chat. And then you can buy more raffle tickets. We'll have some swag, shirts, hats, and just kind of hang out, chit chat.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we're gonna try to make the next event hopefully more of a different style, and we'll figure out how it goes. We're just trying every different styles, and me and CannaDave love this. We did this for actually one of his past birthdays, and
it was pretty dope.
It was pretty fun. So yeah,
it gets competitive. I mean, I'm pretty competitive, so definitely gets intense.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah. Yeah, and it's Dave says GMO. No way. It's like it is. It's a different pheno, but I like it. I always it's different pheno than what I'm used to with the True North. But every pheno's different. I'll be honest, this Mac 1 hits a little different than what I was expecting, but I like the Mac 1. The Tropicana cookies hits more what I was expecting, but like I said,
definitely
it's fun to try stuff, and
taste.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped, man. I'm pumped for everyone to try these new things. I'm pumped for, just meeting people, networking. It'll be fun. We'll all connect.
It's gonna be a good time, man.
I'm excited. Yeah. A little meet and greet, have some fun, and then also win some shit. Because honestly, I don't know. These gifts, if you win, it's gonna be a decent size. We're trying to get some gifts. We're gonna put in some of our swag too in the gift baskets too, so we can guarantee you at least get your money in the gift baskets. A lot.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
Oh yeah,
true,
at least
true.
yeah.
So yeah, if you're interested, just send us a message.
Quarter in each one.
You want to spark one of those up?
I kind of let this one die in my fingers, so we haven't finished that one really. So I don't know.
Groovee likes to mic the joints.
Yeah, no way. But I mean, we could go back to the athletes thing for a second.
You go to athletes or traveling?
Well, no, I like. We actually had a good comment. And it was right before we went into this. Cannabis speeds the recovery process. Actually, you know what? Before we jump in, let's give a shout out to Nino's Naturals, this month's sponsor. Just want to give him a shout out. So if you're looking for CBDs, go to ninosnaturalcbd.com. Use the promo code. I think I was like blanking, man. Sorry, the joint messed me up this morning, y'all. The promo code MICANNA15 at Nino's Natural CBD for an extra 15% off. I think in over $50 you get free shipping. So you get, you get
all
some
different
CBG,
CBD
CBN, their sleep stuff,
gummies, tinctures,
Michigan
patches, company. Nice variety of different CBD products.
If you're looking for CBD and a good CBD source of local Michigan, boom. Yeah. Check it out. And we did actually a great episode with Narmeen. She was great. A few months back now.
October, end of September, yeah.
Yep. So listen to that. You want to learn more about the products and
and how it started and why she built the CBD company.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's good stuff.
So I'm gonna pack another one of these dabs, and we honestly, dude. I just want to say one more thing about the whole sports thing. Oh shoot, I forgot to clean it right after. I feel like when you pump people full of drugs, like when you of Vicodin, all these other drugs, I feel like they're just gonna play sports even shorter because there's so much chemicals in them. You don't really know what else it's doing to the whole body, Especially when we see all the opiate dependence, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Think about what it's doing to these athletes' psyche too, because now all of a sudden you're making them more of an addict. If you're when people start smoking bud, usually they'll replace habits. At least for me, I smoke cigarettes a lot, or I was drinking a lot, and now I smoke weed. You know what I mean? It helps me change my habits. Did it really fix the addiction part? No, but I've been kind of an addict, even with soda forever. You know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of more along the lines of it just seems like if you want your athlete to be like longer on your team and be healthier long term, I feel like cannabis is actually a better alternative than using.
I think they should just have the option and choice to be able to use it if they would like. Like, instead of being able to get suspended or fined for failing a drug test for cannabis. We see what it's been doing all across America and now around the world, because you're having more countries legalize it and decriminalize it. They should be able to have access to it, and that's just our opinion on it.
But think about it though, and let's bring it back to traveling.
Some of them
might
not even want to use it.
Let's bring it back to traveling with cannabis though. Like, what if you go to a state that's still illegal? You know what I mean? How does that work now? I can't really travel with my CBD because, like, even if you're at NFL,
you can CBD.
I mean, I'm sorry. I wasn't done. I said CBD and THC. Well, not all. I mean, I thought there were some places that ban CBD too. Some states.
I believe CBD.
I know it's federally legal.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought there was something. There were some places still weren't cool with THC. Anyways, whatever. My whole point is that
if they
can't travel with their product. That's all I was trying to say. So, you know.
Well, I mean, that's just like that.
At least when they're like in pain management, dude, when they're on the road all the time, like it's easier to just throw some Vicodin in their backpack when you have the risk of getting in trouble over weed. So, like, that's why I was just trying to tie them two together because, like, I mean, I'm just feeling like that's the reason why a lot of times, like, you know, that's probably why they can't do pain management everywhere.
I mean, you have professional sports teams in Canada, and Canada's legal cannabis, and they're still in the NBA. They can't smoke.
They can smoke, you said?
No, they can't. They can't smoke. Because if they fail drug tests.
I didn't realize NBA was against cannabis.
No, I was just using them as an example. Well, besides the NFL, there's no franchises in Canada. Hockey, obviously, baseball, and basketball. But that's just like you were just saying, states that are legal and are illegal. Same thing. It's the rules of the association, and you can't smoke pretty much for that. But a lot of them, though, now, like we said, UFC doesn't test for it. NFL is looking into doing some more research. NBA stopped testing again for this season.
Yeah.
NHL is pretty light on it.
Things are changing. Things are changing for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good. I just wanted to kind of tie the two subjects together because in my mind I was like, I wonder if that's one of the issues is why, you know, professional sports, and because like you said,
it's federally legal though, still too.
No, I know, but that's just so wild that Canada, you still can't smoke. But I get, because it's funny because at the end of the day, their job trumps what the law is because they want that money. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it.
I mean, it's a lot of money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's as simple as it is. Like, there's nothing else more than that. It's not like it's some crazy, like, you know. But I mean, I don't know. That's another thing. You definitely can't travel with it internationally. That's a whole other risk. Even though Canada is illegal, even though it's federally illegal, I would not ever.
Heck no.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had some. I'm gonna tell a story right now. I don't even think I've ever. I've probably told you, CannaDave.
I'm assuming you have.
Yeah. No, you might have been in. So, one year when we were going to movement or whatever, we accidentally passed the parking garage. And the person driving, turned around, and guess where we turned around at? The border. So they brought us in or whatever. Like, no, like they're like, yeah, you can turn around. We're like, oh, sweet, sweet. We go to turn around, shut the gate right behind us, pulled us out of the car, dogs. We got searched and pulled into the building where they like do processing, bro. Scariest moments of my life. They're like, hey. Do you got anything in the car? My buddy's like, I don't know. My brother borrows the car. There might be a bowl or something in here, but that's it. We don't have anything on us. And I was like, why would you say that? In my head, that's all I'm thinking.
Groovy.
Long story short, they're like, we got these stoners. Like, they didn't say that, but they're like, we got this. You should have seen these cops. The dogs, they were all happy. Even the dogs were smiling. I swear. No, but the people were definitely bummed. And they were like, yeah, we got it. Because I feel like they were just starting off their day right. You know, we were just trying to get the movement. You know, we were young. This is like a decade to 12 years ago now. And actually, we did smoke. So we're all freaking the fuck out. Like, we just smoked. All we did was smoke one blunt. That's all we had on us, right? We smoked what we had on us. We legit had nothing on us. So we're like, oh my God. I just wanted to bring this up because, like, weed and traveling, and they smelt that weed. They were like, we got them. It was game over. But we didn't have anything on us. I'll never forget the cop walking back in, just going, and just like, and that to the other person, they're like, you can go. And we went to movement. But holy hell. So yeah, don't ever play with the border and weed. I know that was 12 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever it was. But like, even like, I just wouldn't even play with it.
I wouldn't chance it, dude. Hell no.
So just want to say that. Wild times. Wild times. Groovee was doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's what I'm saying is like all the dumb shit I was doing, we got like that was just shit luck. He just turned around. I was like, "This is the boat." We're like, "This is the boat." And then there we are. We're like at the boat. Like, it's too late.
It's like, oh shit.
Shit.
I don't know. That time we got pulled over in the driveway.
Your driveway? Never mind. Canna Mom. That's what we're gonna call her. Canna Mom's driveway.
Oh god, that was
Canna Mom. If you're listening, I'm sorry.
That was great.
Was it? Was it great? That was fun. So yeah, no, we'll just tell that story too. So like, but this is traveling with the difference between traveling with cannabis then versus now is like we were just smoking weed outside in front of his house.
Cars.
But there was like break-ins.
Yeah, my car got broken into.
There was a bunch of break-ins, remember? There was a bunch of break-ins, so people were like, everyone was on edge. We were smoking weed in the car, and someone thought our lighter was like down the street a little bit because we were just away from Canna Mom's house. And the lighter, someone thought was a flashlight. Remember? That's what the cop said. And we were like, and CannaDave, I don't know what CannaDave, we like drove a little bit around. I don't know if we were just killing the smell or something.
Yeah.
And we came back, and the cops were following us. We pulled in his Canna Mom's driveway.
I was like, go.
And we were in the driveway.
Oh god, that was so bad. That was embarrassing.
You think? That made your mom was probably Canna Mom was probably so embarrassed. Like CannaDave.
Oh, I love you, Mom.
Canna Mom. So I'm calling her from now on.
But we just had the smell, and there was nothing else. We had no paraphernalia, nothing.
Yeah, no, Dave. Right? Everyone has a story. We sure had a book. Yeah, close calls.
Seriously, but that's how it was though. Back when it
before cannabis
was like legal, yeah. Because now that's legal, I feel like even if you do have the smell, they'll might antagonize you a little bit, but not as much as back in the day. Man.
Well, it's different because they'll antagonize you and whatnot. But the thing is, like, they don't have much they can. What do they want to do with it? Where are they really gonna take it? Like, they're gonna like? I think the people are starting to realize like. People aren't like criminals because they smoke weed. And that's like, there might be some other things like, other types of things that are going on in the system. But I think it's just some cops are realizing there's not a reason. Some, I can't say all though. Certain areas, they don't like weed.
Yeah, like, we got blessed sometimes. Oh yeah, let's hit this dab. Is it the same strain again? I was hoping you had some GMO hidden, just like popped out.
How about? The girl's got some garlic burger, but I don't. It's a little bit sweeter. We did triangle mints this morning. That one that was a little bit more on the minty taste. The first one we did. This is platinum truffle.
No, I thought you said truffle was the first one.
Nope. No, the one we did before the podcast.
Oh.
This is.
I don't even remember doing that. We did.
Jeez,
we did one before.
CannaDave doesn't even remember. Dave, that was not even an hour ago, CannaDave, man.
Oh man.
No, man. No, it's true though.
I almost didn't want to get up today.
Well, T-Dub, I feel like cops don't know what to do being legal. Like we can go back to traveling with cannabis now. It's like what it is that it's like the laws are so gray area that cops don't even understand. Like that's what we're starting to see, and that's why I think like all like decrim, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and safe banking need to happen because even though like the law doesn't get
the
it.
House. I think we talked about that, right?
I don't know if we talked about it going to it. It did pass the House. It did pass. It did pass. So we didn't talk about it passing. Actually, that's a good point. Thank you. We'll do if you didn't follow our episode, we talked about the safe banking being amended to another
Competes Act. Completes Act. Or Competes Act.
Yeah, it's a complete. It's like some long acronym. Anyways.
I get it.
It passed the House, but this is like, I forget what time it is. It's like the umpteenth time. No, I'm just kidding. It's like the 8th time, 9th time or something. It's done this. So, yes, I'm excited, but we still...
Yeah, House advances Safe Banking Act as part of the America
Competes Act.
Yeah.
But now it's up to the Senate. Like if this could be.
Well, that's what
huge.
happened last time though.
That's what I
and
said.
then they
We've
pulled
been
it
here
out.
for
They
the
pulled it
umpteenth
out.
time. That's what I said. We've been here. I just don't remember. I thought this is like at least the third or something.
It's probably been like the 100th.
I can't remember really. I just feel like I've read this so many times at this point. So I'm like, yay! Well, but at the same time, like, it's like almost like when you said earlier, hey, we might be able to start live earlier. I was like, no, don't jinx it. That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to jinx it. I don't know. I hope. I've been saying decrim and safe banking enough where CannaDave makes fun of me off camera. Like I'm not even kidding. He'll be like, "Oh, they're making decrim." I'm like, "Dude, he's like, say something else though." Like I'm like, "Dude, well, it's all I really want." Like, what do you want me to say? Like, could you change up the wording a little bit? I'm like, "No, decrim and safe banking." He's like, "Say decriminalization, maybe." All right, he gave me a hard time once, and now I'm giving you a hard time. But oh, hey, Adam Bomb, what's up, fam?
No, jeez. Can't say anything.
Man, the cop was so impressed with the cannabis aroma on me on the drive to the station that he rolled the window down. Whoa, he was so impressed. Yeah, but was that Indiana or was that when you were like in Michigan? Because
I took it as a compliment.
That's funny. Nice.
Anyone just join us? Let us know what you're dabbing on, smoking on. We're doing some dabs.
And honestly, I like these little e-nails. I mean, I like the dabber when we were out in California, Dr. Dabber. I like this Puffco.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know which one I like the best because I seem to like all of them. We did the switch with Tommy. That was sweet.
Oh, yep.
Detroit Nutrient Company.
Yep.
That switch was cool. And then when we were out, we did switches on the dab bar at Hempire After Party with what the other ones? The
Dr. Dabber.
Yeah, but the little one, the Evo.
Oh, yeah.
The Evo has 2 more settings, which is kind of cool, so you could dial it in. But when you look at those settings, they're like 750 and like 650. They're like super hot, and I'm like, I don't need hot dabs anymore, you know?
Yeah, no, man, it's probably a lot healthier for you to be
I like 500.
Doing the Puffcos, the vaporizing instead of always the dabs, I bet. Because it's probably healthier than just like vaporizing cannabis over smoking in a joint.
Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, it was Indiana. That's what I figured. See, like another thing is like
volcano vaporizer. Oh.
And everywhere you go, laws are so different. Like when you're traveling with cannabis, that's why we say like if you're going to any like when me and Dave always say just research the shit out of that state before you go.
Yeah.
And I've actually
Just
called dispos beforehand to see if they'll accept cards, regardless what it says online or what it says, because I'll just try. A lot of times they say delivery, but I've never actually done it because I'm like, screw it. But the only time I ever had issues was Phoenix. So far. Yeah. Otherwise, you just find it on the street like you used to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just be outside, you smell it, you're like, hey, you got some? That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I used to get.
Or you know somebody in the state, and you.
Well, right, yeah. If I knew someone in the state, that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, that's another way. Yeah.
You know, that's.
That's what I prefer going to some. I wish you could just fly with it, you know.
But you can't fly with it.
You can't. No, you can't at all.
That's what messed me up. But dude, remember that? Oh, you weren't there. Shit. So this is why we say do and don'ts, because like we only say from our own personal experience. I mean, I don't have a list of like here's what you should do, here's what you don't do from like the police. There's so gray areas.
Well, like, do you know?
What I was gonna say is, remember I was at a dispensary in California when I was at Cookies in Maywood or whatever, or wherever I was at. Whatever, L.A. She told me I could fly with an ounce. Like she said, hey, come back before you go home. You can buy an ounce and go right to the airport. Like she told me I could do it. And my God, am I glad I didn't listen to her. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I mean, if it's in your character,
dude, what's the point of risking it, dude?
It's not like,
especially when
it's
you
probably
live in
because they
Michigan.
just want you to buy the extra weed. Here you go.
Again, if you're traveling with it, like we always say, like when we talk about people from Ohio or Indiana coming up and buying it, like you take your own risk. Like that's what it is. It's how it's always been.
Mm-hmm.
You know, until it's decriminalized, that's how it's gonna be. But I mean, if you're in your state, you're fine. I just think flying's a no-go. Train, buses, like again, your own risk. You know what I mean? Sure, they're probably less risky than driving, but you still have your own chances. You know, so it's do as you see your life, you know. You know what I mean?
You know, some of the airports nowadays have those bins for your cannabis that you can toss. Like O'Hare in Chicago has like a receptacle that you can like toss your cannabis in before you go to fly.
Shit, you catch me just going to the airport, they grab the fucking. I dress up as a janitor every day and just go empty them, and just like leave with the garbage bags. It's trash, man.
It's like half baked too.
Just says trash guy. Just a big trash can emoji on my shirt. I'm like, this is the best I could find. I'm trash.
But like, what do they do with that? Burn it? Just throw it in the trash? Like honestly, what do you do with it?
What?
All that weed that's in there.
Oh, I'm sure they just burn it. Maybe use it for like to train the dogs that sniff out cannabis. I don't know, man. I'm just making shit up. I have no idea what they would do. You know?
I'd feel weird though, taking something out of my backpack, throwing it in there, and then the camera's just looking at me, and then I'd probably go through and they'd be like, "Yeah, no,
yeah, no." I guess that's true. Think about that. There'd probably be somebody watching it. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, anyways, yeah. Again, in Michigan, travel as much as you want. I mean, honestly, just as long as you're being safe about it. I always recommend locking it up. I know, and we had a comment. I want to pull it up. I actually kind of passed a while ago. T-Deb brought up that he just throws it in the back of his car. And at
that's
the end
how
of
it
the
should
day,
be, though. It should just be like alcohol in legal states where it's legal. That's how it should be. It should just be considered just like alcohol.
All right, especially if it's sealed.
Yeah, throw it in your backseat.
If it's sealed, like, what's the problem? If it's sealed, you should be able to have it next to you. There's a staple on it. What do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Like, smoke it through the bag.
Right.
So, yeah, 100%. I guess that does make... I guess mine, like you said, it's just kind of my own fear, you know?
Yeah. Michigan is I'm not as stressed as I used to be with it. Going anywhere else, like you said, just pay attention to the laws that are out there. I wouldn't fly with it at all. So that's just. I know some cities do say you can. I thought Los Angeles, you could fly into Los Angeles with it.
Dude, it's like what?
But
why risk it?
But why
like,
risk
why?
it? Exactly.
Like, what's the? I mean, especially into Cali, like what?
Right, where there's shops on every corner.
Didn't they just talk about pounds being like $40 or something? No, I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating clearly, but no, they did say
Cali's trying to get rid of home
pounds
grows.
like a ground, 1,000 bucks. Yeah, we're doing a full circle bullshit. Yeah, if you didn't listen to, was it last week's episode?
Yeah, this past Wednesday.
Was it? I don't even know at this point.
Cali's trying to take down the home grows down to 6 plants, so you can only grow 6 plants without and then if you grow more than 6 plants without a permit and you get in trouble, they'll give you a felony now instead of a misdemeanor. Remember, the state's legal, so they're going backwards. And then also, they're giving money to be able to look into this. So if it passes, they have to go through the amendment process and do all this crap. It was a long way down, but to even see this proposal happening by some legislator, it is like no fair, man, you know?
Dude, it doesn't even make sense. I don't even... California, like I said, like in the episode a little bit. Yeah, dude, you led the march on going legal, and now you're going back illegal. But it's over-regulation.
Over-regulation's killing it.
Like when you over-regulate something to the point where you're like, that's why we say that decriminalization is what's. In my opinion, is what's really going to change all these things from like. All these mad dumb laws like from each state changing because like obviously they don't make sense.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just crazy. It was mind blowing. Gotta check it out. Last week's episode was pretty good, and this week we got a sneak peek. It's Winewood, right?
Yep.
Releasing Winewoods.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're releasing our episode with Eric from Winewood Organics out in Ann Arbor, the micro business.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm actually really excited because his story was insane. Like when we talked to Eric, when you learn about the micro business and how much he had to do just for those 150 plants, it's insane. Because when we talk to all these like other companies with bigger grows and like they go through a lot too. I'm not saying they don't go through a lot, but sometimes or when we hear about all these companies, not just the ones we talk to, but the ones we read about, and you see all these millions of dollars into them, it's like So it doesn't look as hard when you have more money. But when you hear a story where he had to like wait in the blistering cold just to get his license, and then he was also against people putting in like 3 or 4 licenses at a time.
Yeah,
he just put his one in. He was like freezing. Like, you listen to the episode. It's really cool. Shout out, Eric.
Yeah, they'll be released next Wednesday at 4:20.
Shout out to that hash puck. That was nice.
Yeah.
Some blonde hash. That was nice.
Really good.
Yeah, it was tight.
And then also we go live next Tuesday, 7:10 Eastern time. Catch us live, and the episode comes out Wednesday at 4:20 Eastern time.
Yep. Really just excited for Friday to do some fun stuff and get out there. I've honestly just been so busy too, so it'll be nice to do some fun. So
yeah, it'll be cool, man.
You know,
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be a good time.
I'm so excited. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, no, Dave, and that's kind of the issue. That's the mindset that we need to kill. He says it's all about the money. If their mindset is he says if everyone grows, they're not making money, and that is the issue. So that's what they think, and that's what they don't. That's what never makes sense because I think people love weed just as much as booze. Oh, yeah. But the booze is legal at every level, and bars are fine. Like in social, like that's why I think people just. I don't think people understand when the consumption lounges and tourism and that type of stuff and decrim, like the possibilities there, because when they see that, the power of that, they're gonna be like, holy crap, this is so much revenue, so much, this just makes so much sense. That's why it's like, I can't wait. I hope we see it in our lifetime. I really do, because I'm sick of it being always, I understand it's a money crop and it should be an amount of money, sort of.
It is.
But at the end of the day, it's a cash crop because there's so much possibilities with it. But the problem is that's not like the good things about it, right? The good things are what it does, right? It's not the money. Like, so it sucks to see that there's so much money hunger in it, even though I know why there's so much money hunger, because there's so much great things it can do.
Look at the NFL's putting money into research now to see what it can do.
No, I understand.
More so. And we already know what it can do. We're going, because it's been around for thousands of years, but now you're putting more money into it, and you're seeing companies put it into it. I think it's unique, and it's a good step forward for the industry as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. I just can't believe that it's taken us this long, but also, like, people still think that, like, because the weed, I still can't believe, like, people like the MCMA think they're like, it's the caregivers, because if you're growing your own stuff, you're competing against. And yeah, those little outliers, those couple % of people that are growing like 500 plants at their house, even though they say they're only growing 60 or whatever, like, because they're doing a bunch outdoor, like, whatever. I don't know what to say. Like, you're the ones with millions of dollars. Like, figure it out. And at the end of the day, like, if you open up the green zones everywhere, if it becomes decriminalized and it's officially like legal everywhere, man, imagine how many people will be smoking and doing it then. We still have that fear in a lot of people. Shit, I still have the fear to not lock up my stuff. Imagine those people out there that have been through a lot more shit than me. I haven't been through barely anything. You know what I mean? I just got, some tickets. Long story. That's all mine ended up being. So it's like, what you went through, what other people have been through is crazy.
Yeah, for cannabis.
Just after like what you went through with like those facing all those felonies and the cops possibly like, dude, it's just nuts. Like how bad weed used to be looked at to now there's so much money being put into it. So much money. Now it's cool. And that's why it's like, what, 3 years after you finish, 2 years after you got your charges all like done, you're like, yeah. And then it's like basically legal, and you're like, you fucking serious? Because you're just like, are you goddamn serious? Like, like you literally just went through hell for 4 years, and now like what? Now you just go buy it? Like, I hate you. So that's why I think I can understand why people like you or from back in the day like are so frustrated with things just being cool now, because it is almost like, really. You're ruining people's lives still. Some people are still in jail.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. You still have people in jail right now that should be out where states are legal. It's here in Michigan, and that's here in every state that's pretty much legal. It needs to happen. Like, come on. You're making tons of tax revenue.
Yeah, madness.
Taken out. Cannabis is not a violent crime. So
it's true.
But got anything else left on the Wake and Bake Groovee? I see it's about time.
I'm not sure. That's all.
Well, appreciate y'all hanging out with us this morning on our Saturday Wake and Bake. If you guys got nothing else for us today, I think
yeah,
we'll be dipping out here. Like I said, we're going live Tuesday, 7:10 Eastern. New episode out with Eric, 4:20 Eastern on Wednesday. If you're interested in coming to our event on the 11th, 6 to 9 pretty much, message us. We'll get you on the list.
Yeah. If you get there at 6, that'd be sick because we start at 6:30. So we get at 6. Everyone gets their name, their gamer tag.
Like you legit create an account, and like if you ever go back,
it's like a gamer tag. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gamer tag, and then you get to see your stats and everything. It's kind of cool. It's unique.
I don't remember my gamer tag. Was I Groovee?
Probably.
I mean,
because I was CannaDave. Yeah.
Okay, I was probably Groovee.
Yeah.
That make a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know what else I'd be. I'm Groovee. So.
Yeah, you're not. You never use your first name. You're like, I'm always Groovee.
I'm done, dude. I hate that name. I actually, you know what's funny is like I always went by. You know me, even like in back in the day, I went by my last name.
Yep.
Like only people that called me my first name were like adults and like.
Well, so did I though. I went by my last name too though for a while. You guys would always call me.
Yeah, well, that's what I. Yeah, well, I don't even like my first. I never have though. I even make jokes to my girl. I'm just like, yeah, I hate it. I don't even mess with it. I don't even say use my name. I say eventually. I want people just to know me as Groovee.
Yeah, I'm still gonna call you by your first name.
No, call me by my middle name. I hate you. No, I'm just kidding. But all right, y'all. Let's get out of here. I appreciate you. And like I said, these gift baskets, we're gonna be posting more videos every day until just getting everyone hype. And when we're done, we'll take pictures of the gift baskets and
pretty dope, man. I'm pretty excited for it. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Patches will be full.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, I mean, anything else you want to say? Or are we out of here?
No, man. I think I'm good. I don't think I have anything else.
All right, y'all. Love y'all. And
you guys have a great weekend. Smoke good, everybody.
Yep.
And as always, we're here to
advocate,
educate,
and inspire.
Till next time, y'all.
Peace.